Very simple chords, but the trick is to come up with a melody that keeps the listener's interest over that whole thing. And I tried to have something that had some rhythmic and melodic variation, some nice vibrato, and some crying tones. So that's what I did. One of the most important things with this is that you're able to stop. Again, being a heavy metal guitar player, I've had a guitar sound most of my life where I can't stop. There's always so much distortion. Your guitar is feeding back and howling and making noises. And I wanted to get a little less distortion and get a sound where I can actually stop. Listen, relative quiet. And there's not a big howling sound. And that really takes the panic away. There's a certain amount of panic in playing electric guitar. And then, oh my God, I gotta control this thing that's going, taking off and potentially making all this noise. So it's kind of a nice experience to have a sound that's where you crank it or have it back just a little bit. I'm actually, in this case, I'm getting a lot of distortion from the power amp tubes, which tend to be a little more percussive and not getting, it's not taking off with all that hiss and feedback. It's just a nice, pure, strong tone, and I can actually stop and phrase. So most of the song is slow enough where it's not a matter of having a lot of shred technique to play it. It's more, you want to have good vibrato, your bends have to be very in tune, and the sliding is important too. When I slide into, I want to make sure that the slide is nice sounding. So I'm going to show you the short shred part in it, because maybe that's the part that's not as obvious as far as fingering goes. There's a two-handed part. Let's see, it's coming out of something like, I'm doing sort of a chord thing. And then from here. So maybe that's one of the more shreddy parts. I'll show it to you slowly. The first two-handed part are these notes. It's with the left hand and with the right hand, D and E. So the pattern is like this. Let's loop that over and over again. Right. From there it actually gets simpler. The next two, it's only three notes. Here's the next one. And a big stretch. And the last one, just up a half step. So pretty much all the same pattern, just the frets are changing. Then I've got this lick that's a pull-off lick. It's kind of F-sharp minor sounding. G major sounding, same kind of lick. The pull-off is really driving the lick. The picking is very simple. I'm just picking once per string. And the last one, a big stretch to get that E major sound. So let's put that all together.